Welcome to Teed Up Sports Podcast, your new go-to pod for sports, entertainment, culture, and humor. Today we break down the first two games of the NBA Finals between the Warriors and the Raptors. Then we go to our best bets for Game 3 and NFL season win totals. I'm Jarny and I'm teed up.
To these NBA Finals. This Warriors-Raptors series is pretty incredible. Tied 1-1 right now. Before we get into Game 2, which was absolutely incredible, game was on last night, let's talk about Game 1 real quick. The Raptors just had the foot on the gas pedal and never let go, it seemed like. Siakam had a career night, 32 points on 14 for 17 shooting, which was really respectable. We saw an Instagram post about how he did it for his dad and stuff like that. His dad passed away. So really cool to see Siakam kind of do a tribute like that, even though I was kind of rooting for the Warriors. Gasol had 20 points. Kawhi had a pretty bad night, 5-14 shooting, but 23 points. Curry had 34 points, but it just seemed like the Raptors were just going to blow them out. Like, they were playing so much better. The defense was incredible. The Warriors didn't really have anybody stepping up. And this was the game, like, it seemed like all the media outlets were saying, oh, they really need Kevin Durant, blah, 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 blah. But the Warriors came right back and swung hard in Game 2, end up taking the win. But before we talk about that, guys, what were your thoughts on Game 1? What was your initial reaction seeing the Raptors win in such a dominant fashion?
Why was Siakam bugging like that?
Spicy P.
That name is a horrible nickname.
Yeah, I don't like that nickname. I'm sure he doesn't like that either.
If people was calling me Spicy P, I'd be mad, bro. I'd make an announcement.
Spicy T.
Don't call me. Yeah, Spicy T. Yeah, I'd be mad.
Nah, if I was in his shoes and they were calling me that, I just think of the sponsors. Like, you can get sponsored by Frank's Red Hot. You can get sponsored by Tabasco.
Red Hot's on fire, by the way.
Exactly. I'd be like
Island food.
Spicy P.
No, but that Game 1, it just seemed like I know when I was watching the game, there just never really felt like that sudden shift in the game where the Warriors were going to start hitting threes and stuff. Just kind of seemed like a lot of slow punches. The Warriors cut it to 3 during the fourth quarter, and the Raptors just responded instantly, put the lead back to 10, 7-0 run of themselves. And Raptors just stepped up, and the Warriors were kind of experimenting with guys. They had Kevon Looney and Quinn Cook in, Sean Livingston in, but it just never really started clicking. But let's get into Game 2 where, the tide completely changed. In the first half, it looked like a lot of the same. Like, the Raptors were completely dominant. They were up 10 at one point or up 11 actually at one point during the second quarter. But the Warriors kind of cut it to 5, and from that point on, it just seemed like the Raptors didn't have a chance. Like, the Raptors were up 5, and me personally, I mean, maybe someone felt different, but I felt like the Warriors were 100% winning this game. And to begin the third, the Warriors go on a 20-0 run. Just incredible defense. Yeah, incredible defense. Great shooting. Steph stepped up. He had a slow first half. Clay stepped up. And, the Warriors just end up taking a crazy win on Iguodala's game-stealing shot. What were your guys' thoughts on that?
I personally didn't see that, but I did see early on with Klay Thompson. I'll say that in the beginning half, he literally put the team on his back. He had this look on him, like, he was like, fuck.
No. All right, let's get this straight. Hold on. Within the first 2 minutes of the game, Klay hit, he had 9 points.
4.
He was 3 for 4. Max goes, he's bugging out. Bro, you can't say it that early in the game. Let him, actually cook first, and then
every point for the team, you're bugging out.
Because no one else was hitting shots.
Exactly, except Klay. So
Klay is that,
bugging out.
Okay, but he wasn't bugging out, bro. Klay was playing good.
Well,
within the second quarter, then he started bugging out.
Well, speaking of Klay, he went down with an injury and didn't play in most of the fourth quarter. He got some hamstring tightness. He will play for Game 3, but it was just kind of scary to see that. So, I mean, the Warriors, this is a really impressive win. The Warriors, they kind of went on a little scoreless streak in the end of the fourth quarter. I think they went 5 minutes without scoring a bucket. But they end up winning the game 109-104. Iguodala, it was wide open for a 3, and Steph talked about how it was disrespectful for the Raptors defense to leave Iguodala wide open. And it's just incredible to see the old Finals MVP, one of my personal favorite players, just come up huge in a situation like that. You would think it's Steph or somebody when you really need a bucket, but it turns out being Iguodala.
Quick question: did you guys think that shot was going in?
I did.
Yeah,
well, you were going for the Warriors.
I thought I was like, bro, that's money. Like, Iggy's made for that. I had to make a little account this morning in an email account called Iggy Ice. It's like because Iggy's definitely like that. Like, you leave him open, he's clutch. You know what I'm saying? Once I seen that go, I was like, man, bro, that's bad.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I had a feeling it was going in, but I don't know. I just felt like it wasn't gonna go in. I thought they were gonna win anyway, though. Like I didn't think that was gonna matter.
It shouldn't even been that
if they
close,
got,
but
if Raptors got the ball, I didn't think they were gonna score anyway. So
yeah.
There was this tweet that said, "Who would you rather take the last shot if you're the Warriors, Steph Curry or Iggy?" And I was like, "Who the fuck tweets that?" It's
I think Max said Iggy. Max Kellerman. Yeah, no.
I was
said Iggy.
I was on strike.
I don't know what's good with Max Kellerman.
He was making a case for that this morning, Max Kellerman. He was saying how, like, Curry is not really shows up in, like, the clutch moments in the playoffs, like, all the time. He's kind of, like, goes a little missing. Which, I mean...
It's kind of true, but I think Curry would have hit that shot,
but, like, you need to have Curry, like, taking that regardless, you know?
Yeah. Like, if I'm a coach, I want the ball in Curry's hands.
Well, let's get into this debate because I saw a lot of this on Twitter. I follow a lot of, like, Warriors fan accounts and stuff like that. So they were tweeting about this, and they were talking about Steph Curry's gravity and how the Raptors' defense literally always will double-team Steph and focus their offense, or their defense, rather, on Steph and making sure that he doesn't get the ball or that he isn't shooting a good shot. And because of that, we saw a lot of wide open layups, wide open dunks, wide open looks for pretty much every player on the Warriors not named Clay or Curry. And they were saying that this makes Curry's legacy and who he is as a player like 15 times better because if he's not even hitting shots, he still has such an effect just for the threat of him hitting shots. You know, he wasn't even having a good night last night by his standards, but he was still getting every single person involved, making the right pass. And if you look on the stat sheet, he didn't really have that good of a night. But because of his gravity, because of the way the defense is being played towards him, I mean, that's why Iguodala was wide open for three at the end of the game. They were just like anybody but Steph. So what do you guys think? Do you think, like, first for what he does in terms of, like, the gravity and everyone double-teaming him and stuff, does that make Steph more valuable than even the stat sheet says?
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
Steph is the leader of that team. I'm pretty sure we all knew that.
Because it's like if you're playing LeBron on the Lakers, you're not going to put your attention on Lonzo Ball. You're going to focus on LeBron, and then Lonzo Ball will get open.
Yeah,
so,
and LeBron has that same effect.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Like we don't talk about that enough with Curry. You know, Curry has that effect too, where he's getting double teamed before he even gets up half court, and how hard he works to get those open looks. You know, he's running through screens and stuff like that. Like the shots he gets that are open, they're not gimmies. You know what I mean? You really have to focus your attention on them. And, I mean, it was just crazy because a lot of people were, like, disagreeing with it. They're like, oh, he's not even like that. It's all about his stats, blah, blah, blah. Like, that gravity shit is not real. And watching that game, that was like Steph put on a clinic of how to affect the game, even if you're not shooting, and how to just be a really good teammate. You know, he was constantly getting pressured, and he was just finding open looks for his teammates. And with no Clay, and even Looney got hurt, and obviously no Kevin Durant, Steph took over. Like, even if the stat sheet doesn't say so, like, just what a respectable win. And, like, that's why he's top 15 in my book.
I mean, even if Curry's 0 for 10, you still got to, like, check him with all that pressure because he's liable to go off at any moment. You know what I'm saying? He can go get hot really quick at any time. So that's why he's drawing all that pressure from the defense. Oh, he's not shooting good tonight, but if he's open, he's still liable to, like, really knock it down. It's the greatest shooter of all time. So I think that's why he's really just grabbing the defense like that. And that helps everybody else on the team. They kind of really need it right now.
Let's talk about another aspect of the Warriors team. Obviously, their defense was pretty good. The Raptors only scored 104 points. But beside from that, the Warriors assisted on every single field goal in the second half. They went 22 for 22 on assisted field goals in the second half. They had 34 for the game. I don't think you guys realize like how insane that stat is. 22 for 22. Like every single shot that went in was assisted on. And that just shows, I mean, that strength in numbers thing, that's not just like their motto and they like whatever. Like they literally play by that. They play as a team unit. And to me, I mean, that's just what gives the Warriors the edge in this series. They're just the better team in every aspect. You know, the Raptors, it's a lot of iso ball, a lot of just Siakam, Kawhi getting the ball, doing their thing. The Warriors, I mean, I don't even know if that's been ever been done before. You know, at least in the playoffs, assist on every single field goal in the second half. That's crazy.
I feel that. Yeah, like I could say, like I agree with what you said based on the Raptors play a lot of iso ball, and I feel like the fact that the Warriors are sharing the ball so well, like I just don't see them losing.
All right, so let's get into this Game 3 predictions. Let's do our best bets first. So we're going to talk about our best bets and then, you know, kind of predict how that game's going to go. Let's do a little record recap. So last week we were pretty good. Me and Malik had 2 bets. I went 1-on-1 and then Malik went 2-0. So Jarny's sitting at 2-3 right now. He had a nice winner with the Marc Gasol free throw freebie. I'm 8-3 right now. Malik is 6-4. Ty's 5-5. Jarny, what's your best bet for the game?
I've got Warriors over. I got the game going over 213 points. So I feel like it's going to be a high-scoring game, same as the night before. There's no way both teams doesn't reach 100 points. So hopefully I don't fuck up my record.
Malik, what you got?
I'm going to go with the Warriors over 109. I mean, they dropped 109 game 1 and 2, so this is a game at the crib, and Warriors they're going to hit all their shots. So I'm not worried about that. If they don't drop 109, I'll probably go for Raptors every game after this, but they should that should be an easy one. It should be.
All right.
What you got, Ty?
Yeah, I'm actually going ahead right now trying to put in this bet as we speak. I got the Warriors -5.5. Listen, they're at home right now. They're going to go crazy. It's home. They're going to be lights out shooting. I feel like there's no way the Warriors don't come out going bonkers this game. And I'm not sure how the Raptors are even going to take that playing in this arena this game, especially seeing how they played last game. You know, you got Kyle Lowry. He's fouling out, which you have to control that as well. That's an issue.
It's
You
his
can't be
second time
fouling
fouling
out
out.
in the finals. You know what I'm saying? You're like 6 feet. Control yourself. Shouldn't be fouling out. That's ridiculous. Like, why are you fouling? Like, one of the plays, he's slapping Cousins on the wrist. Like,
That was a play that got him fouled out.
Yeah,
get their
why are
runs.
you doing
Yeah.
that? You
All
know,
those
that
games
makes
started.
sense. Pointless foul.
It was a steal, but Cousins sold that so well that like you got to give him the foul.
Cousins is a very good underrated flopper.
Yeah, he really is underrated. He sold that so well.
Well, I also got Warriors -5.5, trying to bolster that record as well. Looking to go 9-3. But to me, like, this bet, I'm absolutely in love with this bet. I actually placed it for $200 of my own money recently, like literally last night when I was like, as soon as the game ended and I saw that line went up. I think it's up to -6 now, so a little bit of closing line value there. But to me, this is just a no-brainer bet. I mean, the Raptors role players have been performing extremely well at home. There's a little bit of recency bias, I think, because we've seen the Raptors' last 3 games. They were all at home, so obviously they're going to perform very well at home. That's just like a no-brainer. And this isn't like, they won a game against the Bucks on the road, but that's in Milwaukee. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I just don't really like the Raptors as on the road. I feel like a lot of their role players definitely stepped down. Like Marc Gasol will probably not have a good game. Fred VanVleet, he's way overdue for a bad game. Norman Powell.
He's way
Like
overdue.
I feel like the only one that could really step up on the road and really be clutch is like Kawhi and maybe Siakam, just because Siakam is so athletically gifted at what he does. And also, I mean, yeah, Klay might not be 100%, but he's going to play for Game 3. I think there's like a 20% chance KD plays Game 3. Like, he's not officially ruled out. So if he does somehow play, like, that's an even better bet, right? Because you have nothing to lose. It's not like, oh, KD's not going to play at all, so it is what it is. But, like, there's like a small chance, like 20-25% chance that he plays. So if he does come back, like, -5.5 is a steal, because they should probably be like -8 or something like that. So, to me, just a perfect bet. And I just expect the Warriors in Game 3 to just blow them out. Like, I'm predicting like a 16-point win, maybe even 20. Like, to me, there's no way that the Raptors keep this thing close, unless Kawhi has one of the best games of his career. I think that's the only thing that'll take to keep this game close.
Yeah, that's a little crazy. I don't got them winning by 16, 20 points. That's bonkers. They probably win by like 8 points this game.
Nah, I think they're gonna win by like 13.
Yeah.
They're winning by double digits.
Nah,
They're
I
gonna win by
don't.
double digits.
I don't
bro.
see a
little scary. I think the
digit
Raptors-
lead going.
Rappers know they have to do something in this game.
Bro, you
We bet the over.
you
So
were
he
like
thinks both
going
teams are
for
gonna
almost
do
a sweep. You were like, it's gonna be the same as the Cavs. You don't see a double digit win
No,
at the crib.
all right. I never said that I was going for a sweep.
All right, but you were damn near saying that. You were like, it's gonna be the same thing. Kawhi's gonna carry.
The Kawhi is going to carry, and the Warriors are going to lose, and the Warriors are going to win.
So you don't see double digits though. You think Kawhi's gonna be able to stop them from winning by double digits?
Yeah.
Single-handedly.
yeah,
he's been
single-handedly,
pretty
I don't-
bad. Honestly, I
He
think
could do it, but
like-
I don't know.
I think
If he
Kawhi
does,
is
I
like a
wouldn't be
little
surprised.
tired. Like, he just looks
he's
tired.
hurt.
You know,
He's
what I mean?
literally-
I don't know if he's hurt
Bro,
because he wouldn't be playing if he was hurt.
There's something wrong
like,
with his leg.
But like he's definitely like a little bit tired. Like he's been playing he's probably played like the most minutes, maybe not in history, obviously,
Nah.
but like for this year, he's definitely been playing the most minutes out of any player. You know what I mean? So he's
Yeah.
definitely there's no way he's not tired.
Kawhi's hurt though.
Now, Kawhi looks pretty banged up.
Kawhi's hurt,
He
yeah.
looks a little...
I don't think
He's
hurt.
tired too.
Bro,
but Kawhi's hurt. Bro.
every dunk he takes, he like grabs his leg, he gets up slow.
Yeah,
all
that
Kawhi
is
is
true.
hurt.
He like
yeah.
walks across the court like fucking like making a face.
He's just
at his
eating through
legs
that
hurt.
pain right now.
Yeah, he just wants his ring.
And then he's gonna bounce, get that check from LA. Anyways, let's get into our NFL over-unders. I'm very excited about this one. We have 3 terrible teams, but next week, we promise it'll be like a really good episode for NFL over-unders because we're going to do next week the Patriots, the Rams, and either the Chiefs or the Jets, one of those two. So, start off with the Bills. Jarny, I mean, you're a Patriots fan, obviously. You know this team probably better than all of us. Over 6.5. What do you got?
I don't like. It's hard because don't get me wrong, the Bills are fucking terrible.
You gotta be
it's
real
like,
bad to like.
But it's like I'll give them the over because it's just like it's 6.5 wins. Like I don't see them doing like that badly. But it's also like you got to look at their roster. Like they're coming back with Josh Allen, fucking Josh Allen. It's like you can never say anything good until he messes it up. So they come back with Josh Allen, LaShawn McCoy is coming back. Frank Gore. They got a few nice.
Frank Gore.
Frank Gore's been in the league like since my dad was
Yeah,
a kid.
But the
like-
thing is Frank
dad
Gore
was,
is
like,
just like
7 watching
Frank Gore's
Gore.
just that old ass goon that you just give the ball and he runs. Like
He'll get you
He
4
does.
yards
yeah,
every
will,
time.
yeah.
exactly.
He'll
Like
get you 4 yards every
he
time.
will never go negative for you. So you got Frank Gore. You got they recently just got Cole Beasley off the Cowboys.
Yeah.
They got a
Yeah, that's
few.
pretty good.
They got a few
Sheesh.
wideouts.
That's
Got John
good.
Brown too.
Yeah, they got John Brown off of Arizona. So it's like I want to give them the over, and I will,
I'm gonna
but
give them the over.
it's just like they're just still going to be the mediocre ass Bulls. Bills. I wonder like what happened with them and Kelvin Benjamin, old fat boy over
So
there.
the Chiefs now, baby.
Is he really?
Yeah,
He got traded last year.
Yeah, he
Really?
got traded
Yeah.
towards the end of the season.
He sucks.
He only played like one game. He had a couple catches, but they didn't
Ever
really
since he
play
left
him.
the fucking Panthers, I was just like, fuck that guy. Like he's just
Yeah.
a bum. And plus he came at Cam Newton. Fuck him.
I'm gonna
So
go with
Hey, yeah.
no one comes at my fucking guy.
It's kind of hard to take the under here, but I'm going to do it. I feel like they're going to like probably own the Dolphins and the Jets. Like those two teams are just atrocious.
I don't
Probably-
see the Jets.
Not the Jets.
I don't see the Jets. I don't
We'll
know.
get into that one with the Jets next week. Can't spoil, no spoilers here, but yeah, I think the Jets are pretty terrible. So for me, it's just they're probably going to win versus the Jets and the Dolphins, but the Patriots definitely not. I don't know. There's not a lot I like about this team. Josh Allen's not good to me. He had a couple good games last year, but that was kind of like against teams. There's nothing on the line. He was just kind of slinging the rock. You know, it is what it is. Zay Jones, one of their wide receivers, he had like a really good year last year, so I don't really expect that to continue because he was like phenomenal last year. So unless he's really the truth, wouldn't make a lot of sense for me. They're just kind of like always been bad. Last year they went 6-10, and like they kind of played good towards the end of the season. Like I know they had one win against the Jaguars that was pretty impressive, but like I don't know. Even the time that they made the wild card, they probably didn't deserve it. You know, so like to me, I've never been like a Bills supporter by any means. I'm gonna go with the under here.
I mean,
Yeah, honestly, fuck the
I mean,
Bills.
before last season, they had like 7 wins in like the previous like 4 seasons. So I mean,
Yeah,
No, they had,
they have a whole different quarterback and
Yeah,
stuff.
that's
they had
true.
Tyrod Taylor, and
Tyrod
Tyrod Taylor,
Taylor.
like, he's a respectable
That's it.
quarterback.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
He's definitely.
He'll get you 7 wins.
they improved their roster though. I got them going over.
Over 6
I'm taking
Yeah,
that
I'm
under.
7.
I'm
Yeah.
hitting that under. I'm smashing that shit. They're definitely going under, bro.
All right, next we got Redskins over under 6. How we feeling about that?
I mean,
I don't know. I feel like 6 though. Like it's hard. You gotta really be
Mr.
trash
Dwayne
to win.
Haskins in the
I got them
building.
being the worst team in the NFL.
That's
Easily.
because Haskins didn't go to the Giants.
care
That's
about
because
Haskins,
Haskins
bro.
didn't go to the Giants.
Bro, even
And he got save me a river, whatever his name is. Fucking bum ass. What is his name? Daniel
Save me a
Jones.
Daniel Jones.
No, I mean, like, even if Haskins is good, like, that whole roster is terrible. Like,
No.
they have no O-line.
yeah.
They have no receiver. They have no running back.
What?
Their
Bro,
secondary
all right.
is good. Their
All right,
secondary
all
on
right, all
defense
right,
is
all right,
pretty
all right,
good.
all right.
But besides
Max
from that, it's terrible.
obviously hasn't been paying attention. Running back wise, they have AP, but don't get me wrong,
AP
AP's
sucked
not
last
shit.
year.
But last year they drafted Terrell Gweiss or whatever. I don't know, some fucking
Oh, yeah, he
running
did
back with
pretty
dreads.
good. I forgot
No,
about him.
he got
He's still-
hurt.
he's still out, though.
So, bro,
He's still out?
He's
no,
still, bro, he,
no.
like, fucked up his, like,
They
bad.
said that there's a chance that he will come back.
Yeah,
There's a chance.
There's
Yeah,
a
a
chance
chance.
that he
And
will
even
come
if
back.
even
Bro,
if there is
he's
a chance,
sucking
he's a
dick.
running
No,
back and a
he's a
backup
pretty
running
good-
back at
no.
that.
All right, I see him. I see if he does come back, he
Jarny
will take
loves
over that
running
spot.
backs, bro.
He-
That's like
he's-
his favorite
he's
position.
a good running
Every
back.
running
What
back
do you
that's
mean?
good is like, oh, team's good. No,
He's a good running back. Is he not a good running
bro, you
back?
could have a dog shit running back and
I
win a
think
Super
he's-
Bowl.
I think
All right,
okay
so all
running
right, so
back.
even without Dwayne Haskins, they have fucking Case Keenum who gives you like 5 or 6
If
wins.
Case Keenum's the quarterback, that's even better.
5 or 6 wins.
Like they're gonna
I
get.
mean, we haven't seen him play though.
Reuben Foster,
their
had another
defense,
allegation. He's done.
Their defense with
Josh Norman's 70 years old.
All right.
They got Landon Collins. Landon Collins is like he's the best safety in the NFL. Like
They got
to be quite
Montez.
frank, but, like,
God,
they got
who cares about Landon?
they got
Like,
Montez
one
Sweat.
safety. Montez Sweat, dude. Are
Bro,
you kidding me? Like that's
He was
nothing.
pretty good in college.
He was a rookie.
Pretty
He's a rookie,
good in
right?
college. Bro, but the thing about rookie, the thing is, I feel like you don't feel the heat if you're like a rookie D end. If you're
Especially
a rookie,
when you're on a team that's going to get like 4 wins, yeah, you're not going to feel any heat.
yo, you just sound like a hater, bro.
Actually, you will feel
You-
the heat
you-
because you're going to go on
you
vacation
sound-
early.
You just
Terrible
sound like
ass team, bro. This
you're
team
a
is going under.
Giants fan. What are you talking about right now? Like, nigga,
Nah,
I'll
yeah,
bet you.
bro.
I'll bet you $50 on air right now. Giants have a better record than the Redskins.
We got an on air
hold on.
bet. We got
He's
an
not
on
I'm
saving
not gonna
that.
take
Yeah,
that because
exactly.
I'm not gonna take that because
Scary boy.
I
Jarny.
can I can I can see the Giants having a better season, but do not doubt Dwayne Haskins. I'm taking.
Dude, he was bad on like a really good Ohio State team. Like Ohio State was
He
beastly.
was
and they didn't-
wasn't.
he was bad on. Is that what you just said? He was bad on
he
Ohio.
didn't like make the playoffs or anything. He didn't do anything of importance. That
What,
team that
dude?
team was like underachieving last year. Am I wrong?
They were, but
Exactly.
he had a
And that
pretty good
team
year.
around him was incredible. It was really good.
What?
Bro, what are you talking about? Ohio State is good every year. They have one of the best coaches.
I don't
every
think I
year.
don't
Like,
think he was bad on Ohio State. I'm
Last
gonna
year
say
he had a
that,
pretty
yeah.
good season.
He had a-
I
he
bet
had a
I
good
bet on like
season.
4 Ohio State games, and in 3 of them he shit the bed, like crazy bad. Like he had like an overtime loss to like a team that wasn't even ranked. I don't even remember what team it was. I think it was like Texas maybe or like West Virginia or something like that. They got blown the fuck out to a like they actually no that's disrespectful.
Should we
to
talk
Texas
about
and West Virginia.
some Daniel Jones college
Dan-
college games from
All right, bro, that doesn't matter. Like that. Look, that's my team.
Daniel
Worry about
Jones
yourself.
was a
Worry about
terrible
yourself.
quarterback in college.
Anyways, let's get into our.
I'm taking the over.
Get the fuck.
I'm taking the over.
Wait, what do you got, Malik? For
I'm taking the over.
for Redskins.
Bro, can we just talk about the 49ers, bro?
I don't really
bro.
care, but I'm gonna say under.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm
They're
gonna
gonna
say
be-
under.
They're gonna be the worst team in the
49ers.
NFL. I guarantee. Like I can't guarantee, but like
They
it's
probably will
it's
be
gonna
top
be
three.
guaranteed. Like
Yeah,
they're gonna
Get your
be.
hating ass up, bro. All right.
They will be top
40
terrible ass team.
49ers. Here we go. We got Jimmy Garoppolo
The
coming
49ers
back.
over under 8, by the way. 8 wins.
Over under 8. Jimmy Garoppolo coming off ACL surgery. They drafted
Bosa.
He's out for the
Nick
first 2
Bosa
games.
out for
3 games.
I would think so with his last name. Those guys always get hurt. But so I do have them going. No. I'm
was
taking the
gonna
under.
say,
I'm taking the
yeah.
under.
I think they're gonna win.
I feel like
exact,
if you
but-
come back from a knee thing, it's just like you're just gonna have like a scary season. 'Cause
and it's
just like you just-
Garoppolo. It's
yeah,
not like
yeah,
I
it's
mean
not
he's
like-
respected, but come on now, he's
Jimmy
he's nothing
Garoppolo, like I'll say he's only respected because of just that tenure he had with the Patriots. Because it's just
Yeah.
like,
and the 5-win streak, the last 5 games.
yeah. So
when
it's
he got
like,
to the 49ers.
yeah. So it's like
that was crazy though. He
That was-
really
no,
Changed
that
his
was-
career.
yeah.
That really changed his career.
that literally made him a superstar.
But,
I forgot.
yeah.
I forgot.
Superstar.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know. What
It made him a
Have,
star. Yeah,
it made-
have you
it made
seen
him-
his contract, bro? He's
Yeah,
a
he's
superstar.
getting
he's getting paid like a
He's getting
superstar.
paid
He-
like a
he's not.
superstar.
He didn't.
He's not actually
He's not
a superstar.
Yeah,
actual.
no,
superstar,
they literally
yeah.
gave him that contract, and then he got hurt. So it's
Yeah,
like,
no.
so it's like that kind of sucks.
We haven't really seen him yet though. So
Yeah, so I'm
it's,
going with
it's hard.
the
I'm
under
going
here.
with under 2.
I'm going with the under 2. Like this team is like one of the most overhyped teams. Like the 49ers as a whole. Like the past 4 years, they've just been like insanely overhyped. You know, every year it's the 49ers. Watch out for the 49ers. Even before they got Jimmy G, watch out for the 49ers. Every year they're like a terrible, like not even close to being good. They're a terrible team every year. I think like last year, like before Jimmy G got hurt, there was like kind of some potential for them to be good, but like I wasn't seeing that at all. Like they were really not that impressive to me. I'm definitely going to take the under here. Maybe they get 8 wins on the dot, but they play in a hard division. They're going to play Russell Wilson twice a year, the Rams twice a year. I'm not really feeling that if I were them.
No.
Just, I don't know. I'm not feeling this team that much. I don't expect Jimmy G to come back and be like Tom Brady by any means. He'll probably start off slow. The wide receivers are pretty good. They have a really good defense. I'll say that. Their D-line is pretty incredible. So if they win games, it's probably because of their defense. I don't really think their offense is that special, though.
They got the second best tight end in the league. I'll say that.
Yeah, that's true. But he's also probably going to play worse now, too. You know what I mean?
No, I don't see that.
I don't know.
Because he has a better QB now.
I don't expect him to be significantly good this upcoming year.
I can see that.
I can see him being like.
I think he's
well.
gonna be even better. Yeah,
Yeah, no, I can see
Jimmy's
him
a
playing
better
well.
QB. I think he's gonna play.
Like, yeah, the way that Kittle gets like Kittle gets open is pretty nice to watch.
He's the way that kiddo gets.
Kittle?
Kittle.
Oh,
That's his
Kittle.
name.
Oh, they
Kittle.
said kiddo. Yeah, I know. It's
Nah,
Kittle.
there
No,
was
the way that
one
Kittle gets
play
open
last
is very
season
nice.
where he fell and the defender just like stopped because like he got back up and kept running his route. It was like a mind game. Like he fell
Yeah.
on purpose.
I did
Or like
see that.
yeah, that I was like, bro, that's some smart
Nah,
shit.
you
Like,
know the Kyle Shanahan, though, the head coach, he's the type to call that. Kyle Shanahan,
Yeah,
is
he was like, "All right, kiddo,
he's
I
like
want you
an
to fall."
offensive genius.
Yeah.
Like really, the plays he calls are like absolutely incredible. But yeah, I mean, Kyle Shanahan, he's just like he's an offensive minded coach. But to me, it's just not enough. You know, I think like their defense is really good. I know for a fact they have like D Ford, who's pretty good, Solomon Thomas. I don't know. I think they're going to be an iffy team. Their division's pretty hard. Their schedule's also really hard too for some reason. I'm taking the under here. Not much debate there.
Who you got, Todd?
It's an underfest apparently right here. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to
take the
go.
over.
I'm gonna have to go. Nah, I don't know.
Todd's
about
gonna
that
go with
one.
the over just because
No,
we're
I'm
going.
going.
Over.
I had the over on the last one, but it's an underfest. I think I'm gonna have to go under 2. You know, I'm not a big fan of
Under
Jimmy
2.
G. Like under, I'm going with the under 2.
two,
Not
yeah.
2. Come on, I don't think
That's
that's not even
disrespectful.
possible, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's just horrible.
Unless you're the Browns.
Yeah.
Nah, the past Browns, not the recent Browns.
All right, guys. So we're off for today. A little short podcast, but we're gonna be back on Thursday. Talk about Game 3. Finish off the NFL season win totals for next week. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, be sure to follow us on social media at TU Sports Pod on Instagram and Twitter. We'll be going on live streams. You could always DM us or tweet us a Q&A question to appear on our next podcast. Be sure to listen to us on SoundCloud, Spotify, Podbean, wherever you get your podcast. I'm Max, and I'm out.
We're everywhere and anywhere. I'm Jarny, and I'm out.
I'm leaking. I'm out.
I'm Ty and I'm out.